Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here, Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're a seasoned veteran to what we do around here, we talk about a variety of mental health, emotional, coaching related topics, and hopefully bring you some enlightenment. There's over 360 audios for you to check out on a variety of topics. Hopefully, you'll do that at a time that's convenient for you. Please subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff. But today we're going to talk about best friends and that whole BFF, best friend forever kind of relationship. And how do you know if you have one? How do you know what that feels like, what that looks like if you've never had one before? Got about 8 or 9 things to run through here. The first is you balance each other out. So the really important part of a best friend is one person is really relaxed and calm. The other person kind of pushes boundaries. One person is kind of quiet and introverted. The other person might be extroverted. That doesn't mean you can't have lots of things in common with personality-wise with your best friend, but sometimes and oftentimes the yin and yang, the opposites attracting, can make for a really lasting friendship. Because if you're both exactly the same, it's possible for you to just fall into a comfort zone and not grow and then become bored with each other. Where if you kind of both push each other in directions you wouldn't normally go, it's easier for the relationship to have longevity. The next thing is you can relax and be yourself with each other. So you're not conscientious about, sharing a secret. You're not conscientious about maybe admitting flaws or being uncomfortable. You can trust that you can tell them your innermost moment and not have to worry about rejection and not have to worry about, issues with honesty, integrity, or any of that. The next is you get through fights. So in a best friendship, you're going to disagree. And I can honestly say I've had many best friends over the years, and the ones that lasted the longest are the ones where it's like, okay, we don't agree on this. I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change mine, so we'll leave it alone. You let the person be themselves, but you also point out, hey, I don't agree with this, but I love you anyway. I value you anyway. And I think there's a certain level of allowing individuality and autonomy that may not be as easy in more casual or loose fitting friendships. The next is you're well known to each other. You kind of know each other's history. You know each other's secrets. You know each other's dreams and push each other toward them. You know each other's strengths and compliment them. You know each other's weaknesses and cover for each other. So you know what there is to know about the other person and vice versa. And it's not something where you have to press. It just naturally kind of flows forward. The next is ultimately you trust. You trust the person's intentions for you. They trust your intentions for them. And the foundation of the relationship is based in intangible trust that no matter what, you're going to be there. You're going to be my back-to-back bar fighter if I need you, but you're going to be there as a shoulder to cry on and a partner in crime when I feel like having a good time. And the next is they'll call you out on your stuff. So if you're sabotaging yourself or you're doing something unhealthy or you're doing something that is out of line with your character or the promises you made yourself or to others, they'll call you out. They'll say, hey, I don't like this, where this is going. I support you if this is really where you want to go, but I'm not going to support you in destroying yourself. And so that is one of the hallmarks of a really best friend relationship, where they're willing to call you out when you're doing something that isn't in your best interest, but they'll do it in a loving, caring, but firm way. The next is they make time for you and you make time for them. And it doesn't feel like labor. It's something you still want to do even after months or years. And ultimately that can change over time how often you do it, but there's a deliberation. Whether it's sending an email or leaving a message on a voicemail or we get together once a week and play cards or whatever. There's a deliberation and an intentional nature to the time you spend with each other. You support each other's goals and dreams. You do this without question. In other words, even if it's not your thing, you accept that it's theirs, and you support their desire to chase their dream, whatever that is. And then the next thing is you kind of see them as part of your future. You talk about what it's going to be like in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road, and how, through the phases of life, you're going to include each other to the best of your ability. You may not know how that plays out. You may not know what that looks like or how long that takes or how that changes over time, but you believe in the ability you both have to find places for each other in each other's lives going forward. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.